So you want to buy a Pipistrel Panthera. Ooh, Panthera. Sounds pretty slick. Someone must have said something to Pipistrel because it wasn't always so hip with the names. Some of their previous popular models include the Sinus and Virus, but they must have had autocorrect on because they spelled them sinus and virus. Sinus virus. Chew? Anyway, they're making up for it with Panthera. Though not to dwell on names, but maybe it should be called Planthera. That's dumb, but Panthera is in some ways still in the planning phase. It's equipped with a Lycoming IO 540, but has plans to use a hybrid engine. It also has plans to use an all-electric engine. It has plans to cruise at 198 knots. It currently doesn't. And it plans to be certified by the FAA. Now this is not a criticism, it's a reality check. Panthera was released with terrific fanfare a few years ago, and it's dripping with potential, but it's not quite there yet. If you want one today, you can build it as a kit for about the same effort and double the cost of an RV10. Or you can get on a list to buy a factory model. They're selling under experimental exhibition category now, pending certification. Mumbo jumbo aside, let's look at this plane. Competition for this class of new 4-place singles includes Cirrus SR22 and Diamond DA50. Bonanza comes close, but it's a bit slower. If you include modern discontinued models, Mooney Acclaim and Cessna TTX are in there too. So what makes a Panthera a Panthera? Certainly isn't ugly. That is one handsome airplane. Performance-wise, it's exceptionally close to a SR22, but burns a bit less fuel, probably because it has a little less drag. It's faster than a DA50 and apparently burns less fuel. So, new plane. Therefore, purchase price will melt your face and steal your girlfriend. For the cost to operate, we had to make some assumptions. There are currently 7 registered Pantheras in the USA. Not a great deal of data floating around, but here's what I've come up with. It's an experimental composite retract single, an IO 540 and an MT 3-blade propeller, 700,000 hull value, condition inspection with at least some owner maintenance. This isn't likely perfect, but I can't see it being too far off. There's enough similarities between various other existing planes that we can draw from. A certified version should cost more, maintenance will certainly be more, and insurance may. The higher hull value will push the premium up. However, the fact that it's certified should push the premium down. Like other modern, high-performance general aviation aircraft is, frankly, stupidly expensive. But it wasn't always. The average salary in the USA has increased by nearly exactly 10 times, from $5,600 in 1960, the heyday of general aviation, to $56,000 today. Now, there were no Pipistrel Pantheras in 1960, but the cost of a new Cessna 172 has increased by 47 times in the same time frame. So yeah, not the greatest economic time to be an aviation buff, but I'm still glad they make these fantastic machines that I can't afford. For the same reason I'm glad they make Bugattis and Lamborghinis. I think that they're wonderful, and owning one isn't the only way to enjoy them. Here we are enjoying the glory of Panthera together, and all it cost was watching a few seconds of a skippable ad on your phone while sitting on the toilet. Am I wrong? Hashtag not wrong in the comments. Luckily for everybody, it turns out airplanes last basically forever, and you can still buy a 1960s 172 today, which happened to only increase between 5 and 10 times its original cost since then, making it more affordable now than it was in the 60s. In another 60 years, when the wealthy are traveling via jetpacks and teleportation devices, our great-grandkids will hopefully be able to get a great deal on a Panthera. That's Pipistrel Panthera. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next.